Good evening, St. Lucia. The Bible tells us in James chapter 2, verse 18, that genuine faith is demonstrated through action and not just belief. It says, and I quote, "Show me your faith by your works." The Prime Minister has announced that the next general election will be on December 1st, almost 1 year before it was constitutionally due. Whilst I'm ready for the change, I want you to know that in these 4 years, I've listened more, learned more, and grown more than ever before. I'm not the same man I was in 2021. I am firm, fearless, and focused, asking the hard questions and finding the real solutions to make your lives better. And with the unusually early election, I had to ask, are we really better off today than we were in 2019 pre-COVID? And every time I've asked that question, the response has been a simple no. So if life isn't better, if things have only gotten harder, why continue down the same path? As a St. Lucian, despite all what has been said, I understand your struggles. But just like many of you, I did not choose my circumstances. What I have chosen is how I use them. I've chosen to use every blessing, every resource, and every ounce of experience I have to serve the people of St. Lucia. Because caring is not just about words. Caring is doing. When the UPP was in office, we cared in action. We opened OKEU Hospital to save lives and livelihoods during the worst pandemic the world had seen. Reduced VAT by 2.5% on all items to ease the cost of living. We gave our young people e-books. We supported our farmers. We created jobs, especially in the South. We built roads. We built schools. We built community centers. We built health centers. And we made public assistance more accessible for those who need it most. That is what caring looks like in action. We did these things because we love this country. I love our people. And everything I have ever done in public service has been driven by a desire to make life better for St. Lucians. If you doubt my words, I ask you to look at our list of achievements. In contrast, over the last 4 years under the Labour administration, life has only gotten harder for ordinary St. Lucians. More people feel betrayed by the Philip J. Pierre administration today than ever before. And now, with an election called months ahead of time, you have to ask, what are they running from? After years of betrayal, corruption, and neglect, is this early election just their final attempt to pull the wool over your eyes before the truth finally catches up to them? Is this early election their attempt to get ahead of the outrage before you can ask the real questions? Why, after 4 years, is St. Jude's still just a building and not a hospital? Why our Prime Minister believes opening ceremonies will keep us satisfied? No amount of opening ceremonies will heal a single patient. No amount of ribbon cutting will give the people of the South the quality of health care they deserve. After 4 years, why is our national debt in the highest in our history? Yet billions should have come in from CIP funds have vanished. And the long overdue report that should tell us where it all went, still missing. Why, despite all this money, Our farmers are being left behind. Our youth programs are being canceled while ministers grow richer and richer. Why, after pronouncements of putting people first, our vendors and our women are abused, but somehow ministers accused of serious crimes remain untouched? Why, in 2025, does a loaf of bread cost double the amount to 2016? Why, even though the prices of groceries are sky high, yet they added a 2.5% levy? Your hospitals are consistently without Panadol, without bed sheets, without nurses, and without doctors. And security has disappeared. Our murder rate of violent crimes is the highest it's ever been in the history of this country. Every single year since Labour came into office. Do we have to wait until it touches your home, your family, before we wake up and ask what's happening to our country? While they proclaim love and care, their actions have shown very little of either. My brothers and sisters, whilst the last United Workers' Party administration may not have been perfect, we can all admit that things were better. Life was better. St. Lucia was actually moving forward. And since 2021, we've been on a journey of transformation, starting with me and extending to our entire party, our candidates, and the movements we represent. We've changed. We've improved because you deserve better from us, and you will get better from us. Our candidates embody that renewal. We are presenting the strongest, most capable team St. Lucia has ever seen. Men and women ready to serve, ready to deliver, ready to lead. And our plans, they're not just better. We are the only party with a plan. On day one, we will eliminate the 2.5% tax that has been driving up the cost of living and making everyday life harder for you. We'll make St. Lucia safe again. No more excuses. No more escalated crime zones. Our comprehensive national crime plan will leave no stone unturned, from securing our borders to providing our police with the tools and support they need to protect you and your family. Every neighborhood, every community will be safe. We'll restore quality, affordable health care. Every St. Lucian will have health insurance. You choose your doctor. You get care when you need it. Covered up to $75,000 annually. And St. Jude Hospital, we will finish it once and for all. No more delays, no more broken promises. For our young people, free tertiary education will ensure that every student at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College has access to knowledge, skills, and opportunity to build a better future. We will launch a digital learning academy, the first of its kind in St. Lucia, offering certification in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, programming, and robotics. Our $25,000 youth startup grant will improve young entrepreneurs to turn ideas into businesses, especially in the creative industries, technology, agriculture, and hospitality. And through our mortgage guarantee program, we'll open the doors to ownership by helping young first-time buyers finally achieve their dream of owning affordable starter homes. Importantly, a United Workers' Party administration will honor and commit to making public servants' positions permanent and commitments to provide Christmas bonuses. In fact, under a UWP government, we will explore ways through dialogue to ensure civil servants receive an annual bonus they can count on every single year. That's just the start. Because when you vote Flabo, you're voting for a care in action. Because caring is more than just what you say on the stage. It's what you do when the microphones are off and the decisions are hard. To those who did not vote in the last election because you were confused by the Thursday propaganda show, you now have seen in the last 4 years that no evidence has been provided to support these allegations. I therefore remind you, as James said, show me your faith by your works. On December 1st, choose truth, choose renewal, choose action, choose results, choose the United Workers' Party, because you deserve better. Thank you, and may God bless you and our beautiful island home.